Good morning, everyone. PMCH 321 presentation. Lack of health equity. Rural healthcare. The concept of rural healthcare incorporates many fields, including geography, midwives, nursing, sociology, economics, and telehealth. So, rural areas have poorer socioeconomic conditions, less education, higher rates of tobacco and mortality, which leads to compromised health equity. In rural healthcare system of India, the population norms for rural healthcare infrastructure, sub-centers, primary healthcare centers, community health centers, and first referral units are useful. In urban healthcare, it is different from conventional rural healthcare systems in terms of the size, functions, focus on ambulatory care, limited staff, and infrastructure. The expected delivery of job functions of the sub-centers through its outreach services. The urban healthcare system of India consists of a national urban health mission, urban health infrastructure, urban primary health center, urban community health centers, urban health and wellness centers, status of urban healthcare infrastructure. Now, the difference between a public and a private hospital. In public, it's partly or fully funded by the public municipality. Public hospitals are usually useful. Insurances are very flexible. They're more affordable than private facilities. They can accommodate more patients at a time. The public sector attribute greater importance to the source of the medical and technical nature, do not see particularly the contextual or the environmental features of the hospital. But in a private hospital, you can see added capacity of services where the government hospitals have already been overloaded. They deliver the healthcare not in a traditional focus like in public hospitals. They enhance the patient's choice and introduce an element of competition to publicly be funded by hospital care and potentially positive impacts on access quality of offerings and patient satisfaction. Private surgeons are worried about the limited basic resources in private hospitals that cause an inability to satisfy the non-clinical needs for the patients. Nurses and hospitalists denting for you in a private hospital often oversee fewer patients per person, so the service becomes more personalized. Now, the schemes in private and government hospitals. First, eligibility. In private, all sections of the community are accepted. In government, only the lower income is accepted. Private, maximum sum is 1 crore. Premium, you have to pay 200 rupees per month onwards. The plan, it depends on the plan. The coverage offers a broader coverage. Hospital rooms are always available depending upon the plan. Policy purchase are based on instancy. Now, government health insurance, the sum maximum acquired is 5 lakhs. Premium is 100 rupees per month onwards. Coverage is very narrow. Hospital rooms may or may not be available, and policy purchase, it may take time. Now, about the networks. Wide network in panel for private hospitals is always available. They mostly have proper plans. They have renewed online resources available if no claim was filed in the previous policy year. Health checkup is not covered. Monthly premium available for some plans. Tax benefits, you have to pay an income tax. In public network, it's available for everyone. Ambulatory services are there in few plans. Online renewal may or not be available. Cumulative bonus not be available. Health checkup covered under some plans. Monthly premium not available, and tax benefits not available. In spite of various efforts by the government to reduce the burden of healthcare spending, widespread inequalities in healthcare expenditure are prevalent. Households with high healthcare needs, the poor, are more disadvantaged position in terms of spending on healthcare. So this is a cost as a factor. Policies that cover free treatment are Rashtriya Arogya Nidhi in India, Canada Medicare in Canada, pro-poor health system in Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. So I'll be discussing the policies covered under insurances. So Mediclaim policy is a type of insurance that covers only hospitalization related expenses up to the sum insured. So top Mediclaim policies in India are Star Health, Bajaj Alliance, Care Health Insurance, Max Bupa, Aditya Birla. So now I'll be talking about the health insurance. Health insurance is a type of insurance that provides comprehensive coverage for medical costs and surgical expenses beyond more than hospitalization. So top health insurance policies in India are Apollo Munch, Religare, Oriental Insurance, ICICI Lombard, New India, Cigna, TTK. So this slide talks about the rural sector as a factor. So a variety of elements contribute to lack of healthcare in rural areas, including a declining population, economic stagnation, shortages of physicians and other healthcare professionals, a disproportionate number of elderly, poor and underinsured residents, and high rates of chronic illnesses. So what are the policies covered? So in India, the rural health policy addresses many of the same issues, such as maintaining an adequate healthcare workforce, ensuring availability and financial viability of rural healthcare facilities, maintaining rural emergency medical services, and ensuring access to basic healthcare services for rural citizens. So access to health services as a factor. So the various challenges that rural residents and elderly people face are transportation facilities, which are often cited as a barrier to the healthcare access. As a result, leads to poorer management of chronic illness and thus poorer health outcomes. So what are the policies and services to safeguard? So door-to-door health is new on-demand primary medical service in India for families and people with chronic conditions, especially for people in low-income households and people with disabilities. So in the state of Tamil Nadu, our Honorable Chief Minister launched Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam, which means door to door, in Krishnagiri on August 5th. This scheme will screen those above 45 years of age and others with infirmities and through routine door to door checkups and detect non-communicable diseases. And it was launched in 7 other districts later on. So what's the difference in socioeconomic status as a factor? So health is unevenly distributed across socioeconomic status. People from poorer social or economic circumstances are at a greater risk of poor health and have higher rates of illness, disability, and death, and live shorter lives than those who are more advantaged. Alliances and services. By forming alliances with all social workers, labor, business, housing groups, the Global Service Workforce Alliance brings together all social groups by promoting and strengthening services, elevate poverty challenge and reduce discrimination, promote social justice, and respond to immediate emergency needs of the socially low-income groups. So now I'll be talking about an ideal nutritional diet plan. So our diet should include red meat and butter, refined grains, white bread, rice and pasta, sugary drinks and sweet salt, and these things should be sparingly used. Alcohol should be in moderation, but it's optional, like it's not compulsory for everyone to use alcohol. So now I'll be talking about the nutritional guidelines. We should choose good carbohydrates, and calcium is very much important. We must pay attention to the protein package, like fish, poultry, nuts, and beans are the best choices. We should choose foods with healthy fats and limit foods high in saturated fat and avoid foods with trans fat. Plant oils, nuts, and fish are the healthiest sources. We should choose a fiber-filled diet, which is rich in whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. Daily multivitamin is a great nutrition insurance policy, and some extra vitamin D may add an extra health. So water is best to quench your thirst, and we must skip the sugary drinks and go easy on milk and juices. And moderate drinking can be healthy, but not for everyone, and you must weigh the benefits and risk. So the next slides will be presented by my fellow friend Jasmine. So over to you, Jasmine.
Everyone, so we're going to see how the pandemic have increased the lack of health acuity. The first thing, when a person lack of health, the most common problem will be his financial status. So the income inequality within the countries. The pandemic can be expected to have raised income inequality within the countries. Like for one thing, evidence is emerging from some places that social protection policies responses such as income transfer targeted to poor and vulnerable workers have worked rather well. Likely in India, the rate of expenditure during the pandemic has also increased. The cost for COVID-19 patients in private hospitals in India. The patient who are admitted in ICU with oxygen support can charge 5,980 rupees per day. The amount will be increased with patient with sepsis and other diseases and with and without ventilator. If the patient who falls under the government scheme will be free of treatment, who is not will be charged as fixed by the government. Schemes made for people under poverty line. Indian government have made many schemes for the persons below the poverty line. Like for farmers, there's PM Kisan scheme, and for the women who are under poverty line, Ujala scheme will get free cylinders for 3 months. And for poor senior citizens, the government is providing 1,000 rupees in 2 installments. The government will provide medical insurance for 50 lakhs per person at those at frontline workers. This would cover doctors, nurses, paramedical staffs, sanitation, and ancillary workers. And government have established many few camps, extensive testing, and Sunday lockdowns, and a number of new schemes have helped battle the corona situation. And the government have multiple schemes being evolved to cater the emergency situation that arises from time to time. Solatium and compensation for COVID-19 death in case of government employees and involved in government workers, COVID-19 was 50 lakhs. Supply of essential commodities for slum residents in more than 1,900 neighborhoods in Chennai, distribution of cash assistance for street vendors in Chennai, distribution of free masks. Turning to telehealth. There's been tremendous rise in the use of telemedicine. A change that we would have expected over a decade had happened in a month. Telehealth and telemedicine have improved while this pandemic because this home-based management is very useful in the suspect of infection-related symptoms and allowed to address subject to dedicated referral centers. E-health can be applied to all asymptomatic subjects in an epidemic area. In addition, telemedicine is also very useful in taking care of patients who is in isolation period and domiciliary. Telemedicine ensures an adequate safety to take care of both clinicians and caregivers. Telemedicine can also support the outpatient management of periodical visits, which are halted due to the mandatory lockdown imposed by some local governments. Indian government have established a Corona caller ringtone to create an awareness.
Let us unitedly work to stop further spread of COVID-19 in our country. For the next few days, step out of your house only if it is absolutely necessary and stay away from crowds. You must remember 3 things. Wear your mask properly, wash your hands frequently, and maintain a distance of 2 meters from others. And yes, do not forget to take your vaccine on your turn. For more information, call 1075 or visit www.mohfw.gov.in.
Thank you and have a good day.